welcome, I'm the LegendaryPokéMaster, and this is Halloween, so that means we need to bust out our scariest stuff, like this book, and also the PokéDex, because it has a lot of interesting stuff. Today I'm going to be reading to you guys some of the scariest or like spookiest or creepiest PokéDex entries that exist in any PokéDex. So with that said, without further ado, let's start. So first we are going to hit the ones that cover Pokemon dying, which is pretty common apparently according to the Pokédex, but it's kind of something that Pokemon censors out to all the younglings. One such example is Spoink, whose Pokédex entry says, Spoink bounces around on its tail. The shock of bouncing makes its heart pump. As a result, this Pokemon cannot afford to stop bouncing. If it stops, its heart will stop. Sounds like fun. Then there's that one I'm pretty sure you all know of, Charmander. Charmander dies when the flame on its tail goes out, according to specifically the Fire Red entry. However, here's one you probably didn't know of, Lapras. A Pokemon that has been overhunted to almost extinction. It can ferry people across the water. However, by Sun and Moon, it said it got protective regulations. I guess that all worked out. And of course, there's always that one thing that you would expect to die a lot, Magikarp. Its reckless leaps make it easy pickings for predators. On the bright side, many Pokemon enjoy longer lifespans, thanks to Magikarp. Of course, with all this predation, there are also predators, like Eelektross. With their sucker mouths, they suck in prey. Then they use their fangs to shock the prey with electricity. That's just a little bit brutal if I do say so myself. However, the scarier aspect of this is Eelektross' size. So basically, it's 7 feet tall and has a big mouth that, like, eats things. With that said, it could probably eat a person and do the same whole thing with the shocking and stuff. But nah, it's a good Pokemon. Scolipede does a similar thing according to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. With quick movements, it chases down its foes, attacking relentlessly with its horns until it prevails. Also, I think this one would also allow some good for your mind. It clasps its prey with the claws on its neck until it stops moving. Then it finishes it off with a deadly poison. So with all this said, let's make a little checklist of how Scolipede attacks you. You've got blunt force trauma from it ramming into you. It's stabbing probably in your midsection with horns. The claws grabbing onto your neck. And poison. Just straight up poison, incurable poison. Another reason why Univa's bad. Anyways, we've also got Gyarados, which I wouldn't consider a natural predator. This thing probably just like gets angry and destroys everything. Basically, every single Pokédex unanimously provides a consensus for this. I love its character traits, like huge and vicious, enormously destructive, horribly brutal, leaves blazing ruins in its wake, demolishes everything, just world conflict, that works. Rampages lasting a whole month, capable of destroying entire fields, burns everything down even and see it faded for destruction. Hey, guess what the next predator is? I wish I was kidding. Its ribbon-like feelers give off an aura that weakens its hostility in its prey, causing them to let down their guard. Then it attacks. Well, I have been telling you that fairies are evil since the beginning of this channel, basically. But nothing proves it more than this. Now we're gonna make the transition from predators to straight-up creepy Pokemon with weird traits or characteristics. Like our new best friend, Mimikyu. Its entry goes like this. Its actual appearance is unknown. A scholar who saw what was under its rag was overwhelmed by terror and died from shock. It didn't work. But it is kinda sad to think about this one scientist who died for his research. And kinda completed it, but also died so no one else got to know. Good/bad job there. Then there's this guy, and you know he has some stuff written down about him, honestly. You could just read through all of these on your own, but to sum it up, it has a pendulum, which it either uses to hypnotize children to take away, or to put them to sleep, also to take them away. Bottom line, this Pokemon likes to take you away. Just like Drifblim, matter of fact. There was once an incident in which a man took a trip riding a Drifblim, only to go missing. Well, concerning this, here's a word of advice. Don't ride on things that will take you into the stratosphere that don't have a seatbelt and walls and seats. I think that kinda goes without saying. Articuno also appears to people right before they disappear as a legendary bird Pokemon that is said to appear to doomed people who are lost in icy mountains. This may imply that it's involved through either participation or that standing by and not helping thing that HIV people talk about. I mean, this is a bird, and it's big enough to carry people, but it's like, nope, you could die here. One final category is dead Pokemon. And by this I mean Pokemon that were people who died and then became Pokemon somehow. Like Gengar. It apparently wishes for a traveling companion. Since it was once human itself, it tries to create one by taking the lives of other humans. I guess that also puts it in the murderer club. Then there's a more obvious one that falls in here, Yamask. The mask is its human face. Yeah, this is not sad at all. But I think that's all the scary-ish Pokédex entries for today. However, I obviously missed a few, so what do you think? What are some other scary Pokédex entries? Please leave a comment down below. You can also subscribe to see videos like this twice a week. Regardless, happy Halloween, and I will see you in the next video.